Welcome back, folks, and a yo-ho to you all, me hearties! For when we last left off, we only had one more area to explore, and that'd be Copperpot Dock. But we've already done the first bit, so we need to go and do the second bit. No nautical piratiness? There'll be an anchor on the dock, and that reminds me of a terrible tale of woe and dread. Could you shorten it to a minor tale of woe and dread? No, it must all be told, for it be a tale that will send a shiver down your spine, matey. Alright then, fine, what is this tale of woe and dread? Once, on a dark, stormy night, we got lost. That's it? Well, we eventually found our way, but we were lost for a little bit, and it was very scary. I mean, we didn't know where we were. You were on the sea? We knew exactly where we were. We were on the open waves. Thank you for solving that problem for me, matey. Yar. So, when we last left off, we had, the second one of these to deal with. Fresh off the boat. Okay, let's go. I've no idea what this mission is actually going to be. Collect one large chest. There's nothing there, Miss Wares. I think you might be lying. Heave-ho. We need to find some sort of treasure. It's probably there. That's my theory. It's probably there. Okay. Hello, oarsman. Let's regenerate and get rid of this damage that we're inevitably going to take. And that's gonna hurt. I actually don't want you to do that, because we want those cards. I actually want to deal as little damage to you as possible. I actually want you to defeat yourself with one of those cards. There we go. Actually, I should have dealt one of the 2 damage cards there. That was silly. Oops. Well, that was silly. We start as we mean to go on, with silliness. Oh dear.
A tender thing is a hero's life. A spear, a sword, a rusty knife. A dungeoneer's life. Now that's to be had. Still, he should have got that tetanus jab.
Let's just pretend that never happened. Oh, that was very, very silly. Well, come along, Dawn. There was definitely nobody sent before you. At all. Just ignore the fact that anyone else was there. Nobody else was sent. Sometimes silly things like that just happen. Sometimes they just happen. Also, we really don't want to take any of those points of damage. There we go. This time we're going to deal a little bit of damage. And hopefully he's not going to deal massive quantities of damage back. Or he is, and we're going to rekindle and heal and thus live. Aha! Excellent. My theory is that it's there. Is it there? Yes, it's there. Of course it's there. Let's start making our way. And by making our way, I mean we are not going to fight a gunner. That gunner will absolutely decimate Dawn. Well, I suppose rekindle is not a bad thing to see here. Here we go. And nothing. Well, we shall start with that nothing and deal lots of damage. Oh. Good thing I have a card that will deal with that. And I do believe if we use this card, we'll actually draw a card. And thus eventually win. Yep, pretty much just win. Well, the most difficult fight that one, but then again, the one that killed Khalid wasn't that difficult either. Oops. These are all pretty rubbish. I suppose we're going to take a newspaper hat. I told you we searched everywhere already. That's true, you did. But on the other hand, have you ever stopped to consider that you were lying? That is a thing. I get the feeling that this newspaper hat is going to be the bane of Dawn. Well, we'll use this to start with. Just heal some health back. And deal a little bit of damage. This is how I wanted to fight it originally. So that when he actually dealt a significant quantity of damage, I suppose I just want to do that and kill him. Deal a significant quantity of damage, we could just defeat him either way. Another ruffled shirt. Okay, an arcane wand it is. Not quite the equipment I was thinking we'd get. Move along then. No, I actually think I'm going to keep exploring. Oh dear, there's really not much for us to, I mean, is this a good fountain? Suppose we could go get it. It's a good fountain, but I don't want to fight anything. Dawn is not happy about the fact that there's nothing to fight. However, they're really not giving me very many good options. I really don't want to fight a first mate. I really want a level 2 monster. But I'm just being provided with deckhands and various opponents of level 1 variety. Yeah, the deckhands are not that tough. See, right there is that card that I got, the stupidity card. Not really providing me with much benefit. I suppose the extra hand size does counter that somehow. Also, this card arrived at a good prompt hour. And with that, the deckhand has been bested. Did we get anything good? That's better. That's also better. This is just better. We're going to take this one because it's just an improvement. No one at least being told not to do things anymore. Another situation where there's... I really didn't mean to put that there. I suppose we'll fight an oarsman here? But in this situation, I'd rather just work my way round slowly. I suppose we could just wait and eventually get round. But that won't get us very much money, would it? And the guild's got to have money. It's got to have money. Also, perhaps using Rekindle there was not a good plan. Actually, it was fine. It was fine. Excellent. What do I get? A wooden stool! I suppose. Why not? Nothing to see here. I think you're denying a little too much. Anything useful here? Yes, a really good fountain. We most certainly will be using that fountain. This mission's actually turning out to be pretty simple. Mainly because you can... because you can entirely avoid fighting those, 2 people guarding the treasure, I think. Because once you actually get the treasure, the mission ends. Regardless as to if, they could move to get you. Also, this deckhand has been defeated. Excellent. Ooh. That's just... better. That's just better. And if it's just better, we'll take it. Marvellous. Level 2 monster? No! No level 2 monsters! Do you know what? I'm not fighting level 3 monsters when I'm level 2. Level 2 monsters. There's one. I'll actually fight the gunner there. Could be a horrendous mistake. Could be a horrendous mistake. They do have the spiky trait after all. Fortunately, we're going to deal a lot of damage here. 2 damage. Ow, you guys just deal a lot of damage. Do I want him to deal another 2 points of damage to me? I have refresh if I need it. I need it. No, I don't. I have repel. I have repel. And I also have counter, which is going to let me deal some damage back. Barkskin is useful, but it does mean he gets the rum use. Do I want him to discard a card? I want to heal. You discarded the card that drew me cards. this will go first regardless, so I actually want to cycle this. What does he get? That. Well, we want to gain a total of 6 hearts. We need 2 points of damage. Well, on the plus side, we win. Thanks to that Fountain of Power. Because that attack was unblockable, we gained bonus magic damage. Also, yes please, I will lose growth 3 to gain that. Ooh. However, no, that's better. That's much better. The haste card is far better. So we're now level 3, and now we're seeing loads of level 2 enemies. We don't actually want to put a card down there until we actually can go there, though, or else those buccaneers will start following us. We don't want those buccaneers to start following us, so we're just going to quietly... Also, yeah, if successful. Oh, ow. I was about to say, there is one where it's like per hit you heal, and with the mundane trait that'd be pretty good. Also, we're going to use fleet-footed here, just to deal a lot of damage, because we need to deal a lot of damage here. Ow! Merman actually proving to be an issue. But not too much of an issue, thanks to the shift card. Excellent. Ooh. That's pretty good. We'll just take some gold, though. We don't yet have what we want. We could go to level 3, or level 4 rather. Let's do that. Let's see if we can defeat the first mate here. This could be a terrible, terrible idea. It's not turning out to be that terrible so far. We'll use fleet-footed here to deal lots of damage and draw ourselves a card. There we go. Oh, actually not draw a card. I'm going to use this card, actually. This will draw a card if nothing else. So we'll get a card. Ow. Fortunately, we have counter. That will help. Per blocked. Well, you're not blocking anything. In fact, I'm getting healing. In fact, you're not blocking anything, because I'm going to be getting healing. However, we need to deal 1 point of damage. Or draw 2 cards. That should probably find us something to defeat you with. Yep, there are many things here we can use to defeat you. We shall use this card. Level 4. What do I get? That's pretty good. That's okay. But we don't want any of these, purely because we'll lose some pretty good cards. We need to wait. Wait a turn. Is there what we want? No, there is not. We actually want to keep you nearby. We want to keep you nearby, because if we don't, we'll end up moving too far away from that. Also, we don't want you to steal any of our cards. None of our cards. Also, now is a good time to use this card. A very good time, actually. Wait for you to deal another massive amount of damage. That's not a massive amount of damage, first mate. That's 1 point. That's also not a massive amount of damage. But I want to use this card now, purely because I don't want to discard it. And I do think... Oh, hello. Restore card. You may heal too, but I'm also healing too. Less decent. Still 2 points of damage, but I have plenty of health. So that's not going to be a problem. Also, would you use Aspect of the Bull here? And hopefully you're not going to draw your healing card. That is not a healing card. You have been defeated. If not by my card, then your own. Scale Mail. We actually lose a better card for having that. We don't lose very many cards for having the Warhorn, though. We'll take that. Do we get what we want? We don't. If I put you there, you'll actually fight that instead. This could be a mistake. We're just waiting for a certain card to appear. Okay. Fire Blast here is actually not bad. I don't think the Pearl Guard's actually that dangerous. Then again... do we have much magic defense? We have a little. We want to use Restore here. We want to get that health back. This is actually really useful here. It won't stop us recycling a card, but it'll stop the damage. Ow! That hurts. Cycling 2 cards here is going to hurt. Not as much as it should, though, because they cycled into my quick card. Ooh. Ooh, that's good. That's really good. That's a really good card. We'll have the spiky trait. Do we get what we want? No. This, however, will stop us in our tracks. Just constantly walking from one square to another. Do we now get what we want? No. Well, I'm fighting you. Imagine these two people just hearing in the background that I'm just walking back and forth, just fighting enemies over and over again. Just waiting for the car. I could have just put it down and fought them. But I know that they have some nasty cards and they could just absolutely destroy me if I let them. Also, that spiky trait. Gonna make doing this that little bit easier. Because we'll start using things like Repel. And then dealing damage. And things like Fleet-footed, which is actually the first attack I've dealt. And he's already below half health. In fact, he is now perished. So what I really want is one type of card. What do we get? Alpha Mini? No, we don't want any of that. That is not the card we want. So you know what? We take this so that we can constantly get gold that we can just keep using to move from place to place. Do we now have what we want? Actually, no. Find a worm here. This could be a mistake. Just moving from one place to another. It reminds me of interestingly, it reminds me of Final Fantasy VII of all things. Got a bit of a phase where I was leveling up all the materia, and I was doing it on the pathway to the underground, the underground submarine. There's a stairway which is right next to a save point. And I was using that, just bought loads of tents, and I was just using that to get all of my materia up with various weapons and braces that that gave triple experience on materia. Just a random thing I was just reminded of, just moving back and forth in that square. Also, really wish right now I had that block all card, but blocking all but one is still not bad. Also, this is tenacious, so we need to deal with it entirely or not at all. Which is why we'll use the counter card here. And then, this card, so that we can defeat it. Excellent. Another spiky shield. Alright, do we get what we want? No. I really want a particular card here. The game knows this and is denying me that card. It's like, no, you cannot have that card. Why would I give you that card? That would be silly. Also, I have no play here, except to deal 1 point of damage. I really want that card. I'm very close to winning. I might actually just go and deal with the pirates anyway. At this point, there's not much reason not to. Apart from the fact that I keep buffing them. Which is silly. They just keep getting tougher. I'm going to use haste here. I want the cards. I need the cards. Really desperately need those cards. I need to do a lot of damage to this first mate, and I don't have the damage on hand. Fortunately, this should deal more damage. And unless he draws a defensive card, which he didn't, we win. He'd have won otherwise. Oh, I did have a defensive card. Another spiky shield. Give me the cards I want. Okay. How much health does he have? 12. We're gonna go fight him anyway. Let's fight him anyway. This could be a terrible mistake, especially considering the fact that we've buffed him with all of these, 12 health. Fortunately, he has the rum trait and not the, fury or ferocious traits. But this could be a mistake, buffing him with all that health. Fortunately, haste is here to help me, deal an extra point of damage, and draw 2 more cards. Do I want to discard? Discarding here is actually really not that bad. You did discard the card that I thought you would. But we have Repel. There are, however, nastier cards. I know you have nastier cards, so I'm going to wait. I want to block something that's more dangerous. I actually want to use Regenerate here. Get 2 more health back. That is not a terrible card to see. Just deal 1 damage to you for free. Okay, there's the card I was waiting for to come back. No. Now, if we deal 3 points of damage here, which we can't, we would defeat him. We're going to have to use Rekindle here, then. Oh, did you just recycle the card that I wanted you not to? No, it doesn't matter. Fortunately, we win. Turns out that buffing you with all that health didn't make a difference. Heater Shield would be useful. You going to give me what I want? You are now going to give me what I want. Oh, there is a pirate right there. Fortunately, that pirate is not going to be a problem because it's not been buffed by all of those crewmate things, which is good. Let's defeat this pirate and win! Pretty handily by the looks of it. Yeah, this pirate's not going to be achieving very much, unfortunately. No. I'm sorry, Dawn wants treasure, and he'll get it. Anything good? No. And with that, we win!
Hurrah, hurrah, a victory. That was so quick you made it look easy. Another happy tale in our short story, if not a little bit violent, and not for the queasy.
I'm sorry, Khalid. It was my fault that you perished. Mainly because I pressed the button that I shouldn't have. So when we come back, folks, we now have to go and deal with the third part. How dare you dig that up? Indeed, I think we're going to have to go fight that pirate. Yeah, you want to watch out for him. Generic Fred. The worst pirate on the 7 seas. You mean the most generic pirate on the 7 seas, but also the worst. You know how bad generic pirates are? They're very generic. And that's bad. Is it really? Well, there's no originality in generic Fred. He just says the same things over and over again and does the same things. You know, he's generic. It's terrible. Yar. I'll take your word for it. I'll catch you then, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.